Hello and welcome to another episode of Cultural Magazine. As usual, we bring you the latest in cultural events taking place in the city. But first, let's go take a look at the headlines. Few artworks in a contemporary Egyptian art scene leave viewers regardless of their backgrounds and tastes in awe. The diverse body of works by Egyptian artist Amal Kinawi, however, almost always did that. The multi-award-winning Kinawi sadly passed away on Sunday at the age of 38. She had leukemia. Kinawi worked across a range of media, from drawing and painting to sculpture, video and performance. Her diverse approach to artistic practice stemmed from her interdisciplinary training at the historical dress, animation and decor section of the Cinema Institute, and later at the painting department of the Faculty of Fine Arts, in addition to her continuous drive to experiment. She was an artist and a craftswoman in the true sense of the word. With the beats of karakib, which are large metal caskets, and the clap of their hands, Moroccan artists Mahdi Nosali and Hisham Boujoul introduced audiences at the Cairo Opera House on Wednesday night to Ganawa, a hybrid African Sufi music. The musicians, whose songs inspired by traditional music genres like Ganawa, Malahin and Andalusian, are performing this weekend with the Egyptian Iftikasat Band as part of the 5th Sufi Jazz Festival. In the mountainous Lebanese village of Qurat al-Hamra is a musician's haven, a state-of-the-art studio specialized in digitizing, research and archiving forgotten treasures of Arab music. As for Arab music lovers who cannot make it all the way up there, a free online radio service will soon be available. Foundation of Arab Music Archiving and Research Amar was an idea and dream of Egyptian musicologist Mustafa Saeed for many years. It only began materializing when he met Lebanese businessman Kamal Qasir, who shared his interest in Arab music from the turn of the 20th century, a period known as the Second Nahda or Renaissance. After numerous discussions and planning sessions, Amar, half research institute, half academy, finally opened its doors.
The Royal Thai Embassy wanted to create something about Thailand. They wanted to create a book that shows what Thailand is really like to visitors, and they chose an Egyptian artist, a photographer, to take these photographs so they can show Thailand from an artist's point of view. I'm now pleased to be joined by Kukla Rifat, who is the amazing photographer of this grand exhibition. Thank you so much for joining us. You look gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
You can tell me about the idea behind this exhibition and kind of what brought the idea to you and why Thailand in particular?
Well, actually, the Royal Thai Embassy in Cairo it's their idea, and they wanted to pick an Egyptian artist to present their country in Egypt and in the Middle East. And we're not only doing an exhibition, we're also publishing a book called The Dance of Life, and it's a young Egyptian's woman journey through Thailand. And this exhibition is supporting the book, and it's supposed to be Thailand from an Egyptian's point of view.
So if you can tell me about your trip in Thailand. I know I've talked to you before and you said one of your main goals as a photographer was to go around the world, experience and explore and get photography from all over the world. So how has this experience, how has this exhibition added to your experience as a photographer?
Well, actually, I'm dedicating my work for documentary photography. So it's my target to express my work through my images, and Thailand was one of the countries that I wanted to go.
With us right now is Ambassador Shalit Manitiaku. He's the ambassador of Thailand. So hello, sir, and could you tell us a bit about the exhibition itself?
Yes, it's my idea that we would like to show to our Egyptian friends what we have in Thailand. Normally, when one country would like to publicize their own countries, they would follow their own way of exposing their culture and their touristic places. But this is the first of its kind that we would like an Egyptian to tell those Egyptian Thailand in her own perspective. So we asked one Egyptian photographer, a young lady, to go to Thailand to see for her own eyes that what do we have in Thailand in her point of view, from her angle. So she went to Thailand at the beginning of this year to the capital, Bangkok, and then she traveled to the north and then down to the south and back to the capital of Bangkok again. So she covered everything from her perspective, and then we are now convey such a message that or picture that she took while she was in Bangkok in Thailand into a book, which we like to expose it today to our Egyptian friends, to the media, and to everybody. You can see the picture by yourself that from an Egyptian's eyes.
How did you support her in Thailand? I mean, was there for instance, a tour guide with her, or how did you help her out?
We sent one of our diplomatic staff to accompany her to Thailand, and we contacted so many government institutions and some private ones, and we have received a lot of support from the Tourism Authority of Thailand, who organized so many things for us also.
So I can see here it's not only about history, there's also some nature scenes. So you're also trying to promote historical and, for instance, environmental tourism, or what kind of tourism do you want to promote in Egypt?
We have a lot of touristic places. Normally the people would know Thailand for Phuket in the southern part, for some places for the honeymooners. But now I asked Kuka, the photographer, to go and see by herself what really is in your interest. I don't mind if it would be a different one from what we used to do. So she picked up some, the cave, the artistic of the Thai classical dance, the Thai boxing, Thai kickboxing arts. So she picked up from her own angle or from her perspective, point of view. And I could not say that normally we would expose the same thing, but now it is from the different angle. But maybe the same place, but from different angle. And also the Muslim community in Thailand.
how did the audience see this exhibition? I mean, did it interest a lot of people to go into Thailand, for instance?
Yes, today you can see the proof that many people are coming, and they will know Thailand even better in different perspective. It's not like when Thailand present you like a coffee table from my own side. I can say that is not interesting, rather than something that I am presenting you from your own point, from your own perspective. That is the main idea that I invent this kind of thing in Egypt to bring our two people closer and closer. That is the main idea.
Pleased to be joined by Sochitra Mwalnil, who is the second secretary at the Thailand Embassy, and she's here to speak to us about the idea behind this exhibition and how she helped the photographer put it all together. So welcome, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So if you can talk to us about the idea behind this this exhibition here and how the embassy supported Kukla Rifat in putting this exhibition together and why.
Okay, well, the idea started off with us making a book about Thailand in Arabic. And we decided to take an Egyptian photographer who was Alia, and she was selected based on her skills. And she has, as you can see in this gallery, beautifully represented Thailand very well. And we've also launched a book in the same title, Dance of Life. So yeah.
And if you can talk to me about the Thailand and Egyptian relations and how an exhibition like this could enhance these relations.
Well, Thailand and Egypt have had relations for over 50 years. And so far we have a lot of Egyptians, especially honeymooners, going to Thailand. It's a very popular tourist destination. However, we feel that we wanted to promote the cultural aspects of Thailand and introduce Egyptians to a broader idea and perspective of what Thailand really is. And we hope that we've reflected that well throughout this exhibition and the book.
And in your opinion, how does this exhibition and the book kind of bring this message forward and bring the idea forward?
Well, I think in the sense we've taken an Egyptian photographer there, and she has essentially captured what is really Thailand. All of us are very proud to see her vision here, and you know, we hope to see further endeavors with the Thai and Egyptian relations.
What kind of other plans do you have? I mean, maybe we can have a Thailand photographer coming here in Egypt